Hello, Gemini, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. This reading for you is for the new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, taking place on September 21st. So let's see what the messages are from the universe has your back, what guidance or information they want to show up to help you with this I felt like saying transformation, but I meant to say transit, so take both of them. Obstacles or detours in the right direction. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So I feel this is faith over fear. I do feel like there are some things that are going on for you, maybe have already been happening or are about to happen. I feel like these blocks, right? Like these blocks are in order to send you in a different direction or to take a different route about arriving or achieving that sort of energy. Ooh, all right. Way too many cards fell. I'm sure you heard them. We'll see what they have to say. We will grab them. These will be the only ones out of all the cards, or out of all the readings that I have done. This has been the most that have shown up. So let's take a look at all of these. So first card up is the Three of Air. This talks about heartbreak, some sort of sorrow, that sort of information. And feeling Nine of Air is being stuck, trapped, like caught up in a cycle, of some sort. I am feeling. The next card is the Ten of Air. Ooh, so this definitely looks like some challenging energy. I hope this is something you've already been working through versus something that is manifesting or coming through now. But it does talk about this heartbreak, feeling stuck in a repetitive cycle. Ten of Air talks about a betrayal. The Four of Earth talks about being blocked. And we've seen the block right here with the obstacles or detours in the right direction. Then we got the Nine of Fire. Like this is, some heavy energy. So I feel with the Nine of Fire, this is that energy. Typically the wounded warrior energy, the Nine of Wands, where there's been a lot of challenges, obstacles, and we can see that at the very beginning. This to me feels like closing out that cycle. I'm seeing 9-9. I don't know if that means anything for you. So I do feel that this is the end of that cycle, and I'll tell you why. Because these two cards are showing up, the Four and the Six of Fire. The Four talks about celebration, it talks about achievement, it talks about some sort of a celebration and achievement for stability, security, within the home, family. There is some sort of energy there. And then it goes to the Six of Fire. So after seeing all of that, I'm really happy to see this right there, where I feel like there is these obstacles and the detours you're having are going to bring you towards, right, that celebration of stability, security, and victory, success, recognition. Here you are showing up in your very own reading. This is love. This is the Lover's card. That is the major arcana card for Gemini. And I feel with this energy right there, this card is a big indication of a choice, right? Like the Lover's card is about a choice. And when I'm looking at this card, look, and I said transformation as soon as I started this, and there's the transformation. So there has been some sort of a transformation. I feel like this has been a life, death, rebirth sort of situation. Like it feels like it was a very strong, intense cycle, chapter, whatever this is for you, you'll know. But with the Lover's card right here, I'm seeing the pillars, these two pillars, right? Twos indicate choices. And when I see these pillars, and I've seen them in other readings that I've been doing for this partial solar eclipse new moon in Virgo, I've had this strong sense of feeling the pillars of strength, right? Really standing tall, standing solid, being grounded, like really true to oneself, having the confidence, the courage, all of that energy, because I do see that Leo energy in here as well when I see this lion. And I feel like it is having that, being that pillar of strength to move through and work through whatever transformation this is for you. So wow, very powerful start to this reading. Let's keep going. Let's bring some clarity and more information into this message. Sorry if you can hear the loud noise, but I do need to take care of things, multitask, so to speak. So first card that comes up is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups talks about, it can talk about nostalgia. I see this Scorpio energy in here. So again, we've seen the Scorpio energy right here with this transformation, right? That is that same energy. And I feel with what this can also talk about something that happened in the past. And in the bottom of the deck, there's Leo energy. This is having that strength. This is the strength card in the major arcana cards. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. This is not the Leo energy. I don't know why I said that, but I was really feeling that. This is the Eight of Cups, and this talks about walking away from something. See the Saturn right there? I really do apologize for that. But it does make me, if you've ever seen the Strength card, you will see a figure. Typically the figure is facing head on, like standing, confronting situations, facing situations, having that strength and courage. And I do feel that energy in this reading anyhow. But I do feel like there was some serious, significant lessons learned. Saturn is about structure, discipline. It is about timing. It is about karma as well. And I feel with what I'm seeing here is like with this Eight of Cups, this is talking about moving forward, like moving away from, things that were not emotionally fulfilling, nurturing, that sort of thing. And it's very interesting because you see all these cups, right? Let me pull this closer. You see all these cups that are submerged, right? Very emotional, right? But if you look, you can see there are two cups which are upright and they are floating. They are moving, so I feel like what I'm seeing here is you're moving past things that got you caught up emotionally. We see the Pisces energy right here as well. So I do, and we just did have that Pisces full moon. So maybe during that transit and the first new moon in Virgo, which was at 0 degree, it could have been that catalyst where things were really coming to the surface. A lot of feelings, emotions, revelations of things that were just burdensome, it feels like to me, emotionally draining, that sort of thing, emotionally turbulent. But with the Two of Cups, this to me, it really feels like the Two of Cups, where things are going to be coming together. There is going to be some sort of connection, that sort of energy. So let's keep moving. Wow, you have already a strong reading. This is probably one of the most intense I have felt in all of the readings, and I think there was only one other one that was quite intense. So check your other placements, see if any of those messages resonate with you. Next card that comes up is the Empress energy. Beautiful energy. We see Venus, the planet of love, and this talks about Empress energy is all about nurturing. It's all about unconditional love. It's all about powerful manifestation with the Empress. The Empress is where all things are birthed through. We see the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like there is a change that is taking place right now. And again, it really strongly gives me that energy of where, more in alignment, coming together with energy that is nurturing, that is soothing, that is loving, that is, that is a very abundant energy. And I'm feeling that with the Jupiter right here. This is also talking about the, hand of fate, I feel like is happening at this time. It feels like there is a cycle that is closing out in order for this new cycle to begin. And I do feel like it has been a very, I want to say monumental cycle in your life that maybe was very challenging. And I feel like that is shifting and that is changing, aligning with the higher vibrational frequencies versus the lower vibrational frequencies, right? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, next card that comes up is this, and there's Saturn again. I feel, Gemini, that there have been some very, very powerful lessons that you have experienced in that last cycle. The Seven of Pentacles really talks about, where we invest our time, energy, and effort. And I feel like those are some of the lessons that you have learned. The High Priestess is on the bottom of the deck. A lot of major arcana cards I'm seeing on the bottom of the deck, which is an undercurrent of things that maybe you don't necessarily see, or maybe, you don't really look at, that sort of energy. But I feel like there has been some really powerful life lessons during this cycle for you. And I feel like it's brought a lot of wisdom and awareness of what you choose, right? We all have free will to choose what we invest our time, energy, and effort into. And I feel like you're looking at the things that, you've invested time, energy, and effort into, and maybe they didn't grow, or maybe they didn't reach that pinnacle that you were interested in achieving. That sort of energy is how I'm feeling about this. I just feel there is this energy where you are shifting that. Yeah, look, Devil card is showing up. I feel like a lot of the lessons that have been learned could have been, toxic connections, toxic patterns, habits, hobbies. The King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like now, again, that energy of standing in strength, courage, confidence, being a true leader, right? Like you could have been trapped and bound to some toxic situations and, really invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into them, only to be caught up in this, the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, right? That is not in feeling stuck in your physical realm. I feel, because I'm seeing this goat climb through, right? Climb out, come out of that darkness, come out of that, I feel like saying pit of hell, right? And into the light. I feel like this is standing in your power. I know this is not your energy, but I feel like it's the energy that you're embodying right now, where you're ready to, show the world a whole new you, and that new you is a true leader, someone who has strength, courage, confidence, and is an authentic leader is how I'm feeling about all this energy. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's see what other energies want to show up for you. I do appreciate it if you guys are watching this and this is resonating with you. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. That helps this channel, and I do appreciate you doing that. Ten of Wands is in reverse. So this is talking about letting those burdens and that baggage go. It's very interesting because I've seen this card come out a couple times, and it has been repetitively coming out in reverse. So I am feeling there's a lot of people right now, and it's showing up for you, Gemini, where you're releasing and you're dropping these burdens. Now, it feels like a double-edged sword, right? Where you're releasing the burdens, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I feel like the burdens that were placed on you or that you were carrying that more than likely were not necessarily your burdens. They could have been burdens you created on yourself. But I feel like this is a release of those and surrendering those and closing this cycle out and leaving those behind. On another hand, I am feeling that energy of, like I said, that double-edged sword, where if these were burdens that were put on your shoulder, those burdens are going back to the person meant to be carrying those burdens until they do that inner work. High Priestess, again, strong sense of having to trust your intuition or trusting your intuition is showing up here. So be mindful of that, really take the time out to sit with self, meditate, see what, divine guidance is being, sent to you. Or I feel crown chakra is what I'm feeling like saying, downloaded. So there's the word I was looking for, downloaded to you. Next card up is the Ace of Pentacles. This talks about a new beginning, a fresh start. And I've seen this come out several different times. in different readings, and I've said it many times, like this Empress, wherever she was right there, she nurtures she nurtures anything, like the ace, any aces, whatever this is. But I feel like this is indicating nurturing that offer, that opportunity, like feeding that pentacle, right? Like when you think about it as a seed that you plant in the ground, you know, you need to spend the time nurturing, watering that, and allowing it to crack open, to sprout, to grow, and bear fruit, right? So I do feel like this is an energy that is talking about doing just that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Temperance Angel. Sagittarius energy right there. There is some sort of higher learning that's involved or was involved with whatever this cycle has been for you. I feel like there's a square, and I feel like it has been quite challenging. I feel like this was quite the challenge to move through, to get through, and I can see that right there. Like that was some pretty intense energy, and then things flew out. It's like, you know, I'm just releasing all of this. I'm surrendering all of this. I'm letting this go. I'm overcoming this obstacle, this challenge, this cycle. I'm ending this. I'm completing this. And there's the Knight of Pentacles. So to go from the Ace of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, that is, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it talks about taking methodical steps and, you know, having solid choices and decisions, and the way you move, what you nurture, what you're feeding, what you're investing your time, energy, and effort into. And now we have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like this is some sort of a message or some sort of communication that is assisting with this process, with the progress of whatever this is for you. And again, I do see where it starts out with a lot of air, but then it ending up with a lot of fire. So this could really have been stuck in one's own mind, in their thought process, in the information that they were, you know, processing or accepting, as, you know, that sort of thing. I feel like it kind of had you stuck and blocked up in your physical realm for quite a while, but I do see the liberation of all of that and able to move forward, you know, passionately, with excitement and enthusiasm. Again, that fire energy. And there's that Eight of Cups again with Saturn showing up. This is someone walking away from that past energy, the energy of confusion, distortion, illusion, distortion, maybe being really confused as to what was real and what was not. I kind of feel like this eclipse is about to eclipse out energies that are, you know, that disillusionment, or I feel like it's eclipsing out the confusion and the uncertainty, and it's bringing through clarity, and that would be the truth. There's the Queen of Swords to the High Priestess for the very third. I mean, this is 3 times I have seen this card show up in your reading. So this is about trusting yourself. The Queen of Swords, I feel behind the scenes, you're seeing things clearly. You're recognizing someone. You're clear, recognizing things. I feel like you're clear in your mind space. I feel like this is behind the scenes when it's talking about the Queen energy. Kings, usually I'm ready to show this to the world. Queens talk about, we're doing, and it's energetic. It's not, no gender specific in here. So with this Queen, I feel like behind the scenes, you're really gaining a lot of truth and clarity, recognizing things, trusting your intuition, knowing what needs to be cut off that is not serving you. Is kind of like recognizing where your blocks are coming from is the energy, where the confusion and distorted energy lies. I feel, what else am I seeing show up for this? Yeah, you're recognizing that, to cutting it off, to having this new beginning. And there's the Queen of Wands, right? Again, behind the scenes, you are either prepping, planning, strategizing to take action, to do something. I did see, where did I see that? I did see, I thought, a king show up. Maybe it was on the bottom of the deck, just like the Queen. So I feel like behind the scenes, you've been doing this work, and now you're about to present this to the world. Yeah, look at this. Like, you've seen it, you've recognized it. What was hidden, what was keeping you blocked, the deception, the manipulation, the sneakery, whatever that was, I feel you see it for what it truly is now. I feel like this has been one of the more like challenging readings I have done through all of them so far, and like I'm very close to being done all 12. So I think this other one that I did was not even as challenging as this one looks like. It does look like you have been faced with a great deal of obstacles and challenges as a result of sword energy, negative sword energy. 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, right? Like this is something that is a very heavy energy, you know, like I feel like you really had to, and you know, Gemini, you are the sign, you know, Mercury is your ruler, so clarity, communication, information, those things are very essential for you, just as part of, you know, your DNA, like who you are as a person. And I feel like if there has been energies that have been distorting that energy for whatever reason, it really had you caught up in a very challenging cycle. I feel like that was really restrictive, that was very confusing and all of that stuff. But what I'm seeing here happen right now is you, like, first of all, with the support of the universe and the, you know, the transits and the planets and things like that, are being liberated from that. Like I feel the things that have been causing that confusion and illusion and distorted energy is being exposed, so you can see the truth for what it really is, and making those beautiful choices and decisions based on not only your intellectual mind, but the clarity of thought and all of that stuff. So this does look good. It does feel like you are closing out a cycle that was quite challenging. I don't know why I touched this deck, but I do feel the need. When I lean towards love, I am led, and energy flows where my intention goes. So I do think there is a major shift as far as that mindset goes, and the, you know, the truth and the clarity and the information that you've processed or been dealing with and that sort of thing. And I feel like this is your key of liberation to allow you to move forward and away from that distorted energy and into a higher realm. So, I send you peace, love, and light. Have a great day, Gemini.